How do we eat the elephant? Implementing ERP is hard. Anybody who tells you it's easy is lying to you. It is one of the hardest things to do inside a business because we go soup to nuts. It's very, very hard to implement, say, purchasing without inventory. You're touching a lot of the business when you're implementing an ERP system. So look at your project plan and decide, where are we going to get the biggest bang for the buck? How am I going to eat this elephant in such a way that I'm not going to kill my business, I'm not going to burn my people out, and we will be able to show success continuously. So we're not going to do anything for 2 years and then boom, it's going to be magic and paradise. That doesn't work well. So pick your bang for the buck. Look at what do you absolutely have to implement, and then what's a nice to have. You can't have it all or do it all at once unless you have a lot of money and a lot of people. So think about phasing, lots of phasing. It could be that quality management. It's a nice to have. We're going to go live without it. And then 6 months later, we're going to go live with quality management. These are things that you can keep adding into your system so that you have like rings of functionality, that you're continuously building out the functionality from your core go live implementation structure. It's better to go live with less and promise deliverables according to your plan than try to go live with everything and it's going to fail. Pick your battles. What is critical? What is the priority? Everybody wants their new bright shiny object. Everybody wants their unicorn. Pick those battles. What are the core strategic levels of functionality that have to be delivered phase one? Sometimes you're going to have a personality inside your company who's just going to run right over you. And it's going to be, we have to have advanced warehousing with cross-docking and wave cluster picking and blah, 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 blah. And it has to be 17 levels of complicated day one. And you may have to do some political juggling to maintain a sane, tactically correct implementation plan. So stay sane. Don't die on a hill of functionality. Don't try to implement everything. Have a phased structure so that you have funding and you have resourcing with deliverable milestones over a time period. You never finish implementing ERP. You never, ever finish. There's always new functionality, new business needs, new requirements that you're just going to keep adding to that ring of ERP as your business grows, as your business changes, and as the software grows. Keep track of the pieces of the project. Use DevOps. I live and die by DevOps. My rule is, if the task, requirement, BPI, whatever you want to call it, if it's not in DevOps, it's not getting implemented. If it's not in DevOps, not happening. Track logical groupings. Try and group tasks using tags or epics to group stuff together in such a way that when a person goes into DevOps, they're not seeing 2,000 requirements and they have no idea where to start. Use the dashboards inside of DevOps so that when a person signs on, they can see where they've been recently mentioned, what tasks do they have, what's coming up, what's outstanding, where are they in the sprint, etc., like that. And assign responsibility. Going back to my who owns the system, everybody owns the system, not the vendor. Everybody at the customer side owns the system. So assign responsibility for the pieces of work that need to be done. Be very, very clear on keeping DevOps up to date. If DevOps gets away from you, you're in trouble.